Our distant ancestors have come a long way. They've now conquered the land. The world's first giant reptiles have arrived. But they're not related to dinosaurs. Their descendants will be of a very different kind. Reptiles have now spread all across the globe. Edaphosaurus bask in the early morning sun. They're 3 meters long, as big as hippos, and like them, they're vegetarians. Life in their new Permian home is a constant battle with the elements. The climate swings between seasonal extremes, from burning summers to freezing winters. A new species of plant has evolved, able to withstand this cold, dry atmosphere. Primitive conifers. In this harsh world, creatures need ways to regulate their body temperature. Edaphosaurus are sluggish in the autumn morning chill, but they'll soon warm up, thanks to the huge sail on their backs. Their backbone has tall spines connected by a thin membrane of blood-filled skin. This large surface area can lose heat fast if the Edaphosaurus need to cool down. While to heat up, they simply turn their sails towards the sun like a solar panel. Amazingly, these strange sailbacks are related to us. They're part of a very special group of creatures called mammal-like reptiles. It's down to them that we have control over our body temperature today. But Edaphosaurus aren't the only sailbacks, and now their biggest enemy is one of their own kind. This is Dimetrodon, a vicious carnivore, the biggest reptile on Earth. She'd normally attack adult Edaphosaurus, but today she wants to avoid injury. She's pregnant and almost ready to lay her eggs. She finds a smaller, softer target. This was only a mock charge, a tactic to disperse the group and expose the vulnerable young. The panicking Edaphosaurus flushed their sails with blood, flashing an eye spot to distract the predator's attention from their vulnerable head. But Dimetrodon can see through their disguise. She locks on to her victim. As well as her sheer size and power, Dimetrodon has a killer edge. As a mammal-like reptile, she's evolved specialized teeth. Incisors shear off chunks of flesh. Serrated canines cut and slice. We humans have inherited these same meat-eating teeth. We have a smaller version in our mouths today. The young Edaphosaurus didn't stand a chance. This is a crucial kill for the Dimetrodon. Before she lays, she needs to eat enough to last her for the next 7 months. To boost her baby's chances of survival, she's evolved a basic form of parental care, guarding her eggs. But the smell of blood has attracted more Dimetrodon, highly aggressive males. The female knows better than to defend her kill. By the time the group has finished, there'll be nothing left but bones. The female has built a nesting mound of earth and wood. Inside, she digs a deep burrow. And starts to lay her eggs. She covers her brood carefully, ready to begin her guard duty. Egg thieves lurk in the shadows. Like this carnivorous amphibian. But he's too small to make a full frontal attack. He'll have to bide his time until the female turns her back. The mother must also constantly monitor the nest temperature. Temperature control's vital for reptiles even before they hatch. The mother piles on more earth if the babies are too cold, and will remove a layer if they're too warm, otherwise the babies will die. It's going to be a long 7 months. As autumn turns to bitterly cold winter, the landscape is transformed. Still, the female keeps her vigil, getting weaker all the time from lack of food. Until finally winter melts into spring. With the warmer weather, the Edaphosaurus lays beneath the conifers, shading their sails from the sun to avoid overheating. But there's much activity at the nesting mound, and it's not the mother who's digging. Another female is desperate to lay her eggs. If she takes over the mound, she'll dig out and kill the incubating young already inside. The resident mother may be weak, but she won't give up her nest without a fight. It's a battle neither can afford to lose. Next morning, just one female remains at the nesting mound. It's the resident mother. She's managed to wrestle off her rival. But not without a sacrifice. She won't be able to defend her eggs or herself for much longer. And the thieving amphibian is poised to seize his chance. As summer arrives, the Edaphosaurus are thriving in the heat. The young have grown and test out their newfound strength. But the mother Dimetrodon has reached the end of hers. So weak she's helpless as another intruder attacks her nest. Luckily, this large male has got his teeth into something more substantial than her young. The amphibian. The precious eggs are safe and ready to hatch. The mother can hear them squeaking. She's achieved her goal. But at this moment, her maternal bond is severed. Unlike her mammal descendants, she won't nurture her young. Her instinct now is to save herself by finding food. Without their mother's protection, the babies will have to be ready to go it alone. They take their first steps into a perilous world and must make a mad dash for the safety of the trees. A danger in a familiar form awaits them. Adult Dimetrodon are cannibals. Not all babies are helpless. Some already instinctively know how to defend themselves. They roll in dung, something the adults can't stand, repelling their pursuers long enough to get a head start. One adult is driven on by hunger and desperation. The mother. She'll weed out weaker babies straight away, which helps the strong ones, and her species as a whole, survive.